Hi, I'm Peter, and I'm a one-to-one diet consultant. And I wasn't in the past. I just stumbled on this diet one day after watching a TV program, and thought, let's go on the journey. So I've tried all sorts of diets, from juicing, fasting, 5-2 diets, and I've got a bit of a background because you see, my job is I'm a chef and I really love food. On top of that, I'm an amateur brewer in my spare time, so I like to make beer. And food and beer, if you don't control them, they take over your body. Alcohol, of course, can take over your body in some seriously bad ways. But you need to learn to control it. So you need to learn to control your alcohol, and you need to learn to control your food. And I managed to do that through the one-to-one diet. So I wanted to lose weight because as a chef, we're there in the food all the time. And at my level, I don't do any cooking in the kitchen. I've got all my guys to do that. So I walk around my kitchen and they're going, "Chef, taste this. Chef, can you try this? Can you taste that? Can you do the other?" So you eat it. And then try a bit more, because you might discover a new flavour and you think, "Oh, that's great, I'm going to have some of that." And then you put it on the menu, and then there's more of it. And then you nip up the kitchen because you're trying to get away from your computer screen to make your eyes not so bad. And you see some more food out and you taste it and you try it. Then lunch comes round and you try some more. And if you see chips out, if anybody puts chips on the counter, I'm there, I'm in, I'm having it, you know. So I got to the point in my life where I was 7 stone overweight. So I was clinically obese. And you know what it's like when you get past, I think it's 50 where I live in Greater Manchester. They do the MOT thing where the doctor calls you in once a year or every so often. And you go in and you sit there and you know what's coming, because they're going to say your BMI's terrible because you're overweight, your blood pressure's rocketing. What do? You think, what can I do with all this information around now telling us not to be overweight because it's going to create heart disease, potentially. It's going to shorten your life. You need to get more exercise just to be on the page. And when you're overweight, taking exercise, in my mind, is that for real? You're carrying all that weight around. It's like carrying a bag of spuds on your back, because that's what it was like for me. So, well, perhaps not on my back, on my front actually. So, you know, there's all those things that you'd like to take part in sport. Because I used to be a bit sporty, not too much. I was into long distance running really, but I liked a bit of badminton, you know. But to get shorts and get on the court and look a bit sort of like a beach whale, that wasn't really what I wanted to do, to be honest. And I used to love to swim. And every year we'd go on holiday camping in France, and that's the number one thing on the campsite is the swimming pool. For me, it was anyway, where you could really relax and get in there with your boys and have a good time. But as you get older, it's not so appealing to get into the pool because you feel you put your Speedos on, your budgie smugglers, and it looks like they've been eaten up by the rest of your body because nobody can see them. Your stomach hangs over it, gone. Now, I'm not into fat shaming because I don't think that's good. And we need to get this straight from the beginning. I just want to help people out who were like me, and you go to the doctor, and the doctor says, "I'm increasing your blood pressure medication. You need to go to the gym. You need to go to our dietitian." That was a wake-up call to me, because why do I need to go to the dietitian? I'm an executive chef. I know what food is about. I'm actually level 2 nutritionist, so I know what's actually in the food. What was I to do? I had to go. I went to the diabetic nurse because I was bordering on being pre-diabetic. That's not a road I wanted to go down. I really was waking up here because this doctor's basically telling me, you're going to be dead soon if you don't do something about this. And I have to tell you, my boys, I've got 3 boys, and I've got 6 grandchildren now, and I want to see them grow up a bit. And I've got another son who's going to get married soon, so I want to make sure that's going to be my whole dynasty. I want to be there. I want to be the godfather figure, the matriarch. I want to be there for my kids, and I'm sure you do as well. So this is about health for me, and like I said before, I'm not into fat shaming anybody. If you're happy in your skin, that's fine. But I wasn't, and I wanted to do something about it. So I started off by going to the gym and eating less, not really counting calories, because I didn't really want to get into that, and I thought, oh, that's not very good. But I've been on a course where it said, you know, it's calories in and it's calories out. You need to realise that. And there's all these diets around, and there's all this misinformation around all the time as well, because let me tell you, the diet industry knows how to make money, because they know you are going to fail. They know you're going to come back and back and back and keep spending your money, whatever it is. But I didn't want to go on any particular diet where you had to turn up, where you're going to be stepping on the scale, sitting in a room with a load of other people who are a little bit large and feeling embarrassed about it, because that's not me. I wanted something that was a bit sort of better than that. Anyway, I carried on doing the exercise bit, but you know what happens? You start off in February, and by the time you get round to Easter, it's like feasting for Easter. It's chocolate, and it's a nice leg of lamb, and plenty of roast potatoes, and all that mint sauce, and all those beautiful flavours of rosemary when you roast it with the lamb and the garlic coming through. And I'm really thinking, I've got to do something about this. What can I do? Because I put a stone back on. I took a stone off, I put it back on. And that's how we spend our lives most of the time. Putting it on, taking it off, put it on, taking it off, giving up. Then I saw this TV programme called Crash Dieters. And, you know, we've got all that thing in our head. Crash dieting, is that a good idea? Isn't that bad for your body? And to be honest, it was a bit of a thing just to drag everybody in that strap line. And I didn't know this programme was going to be on, and I wouldn't have watched it anyway because I wasn't into diet programmes. But I was watching The One Show one night. Not that that's a programme I would watch regularly, but it just, you know, you flick the TV on because you sat there on the couch stuffing your face with your pizza or whatever. And as it came on, because I was going to put something on like recorded, I saw this guy on there, and he's a Catholic priest from just down the road in Heel Green, local. I know him, and I had seen him, and I thought, God, he's ill, because I knew he'd had some illnesses over the last couple of years, because he looked really skinny and gaunt compared to what I knew him like. And I thought, phew, he looks ill. But then I saw him on The One Show, and he's dressed in a suit, and he said, you've got to watch this programme tonight. It's changed my life. I've got my life back. This is my body now. I've taken all this weight off, 6.5 stone. I feel really good. So I watched the programme, and they took a group of people, and you can get it on YouTube or bits of it. They took these people and they showed them what they had been eating, usual thing with these diet programmes, to shame you a bit, see all the pies that you've eaten, the chips and the cream horns and all the rest of it. And then they say, this is what you're going to be eating. And it's like usual stuff, shakes, that sort of stuff. And I'm thinking, is that what I have to do to lose this weight? Have these meal replacements? So anyway, I thought, well, let's find out about it. So I did. And I'll tell you about that in my next video.